know. And what about you, Fernanda? Can you present yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Fernanda. I live in São Paulo, the capital. And I like learning new languages, have a time with my family, eat chocolate also. And normally I participate for Spanish meetings also. And that's it.
Chocolate is a good one. I love it as well. Thank you for sharing, Fernanda. And what about you, Ana?
So, good morning. I am Ana Paula. I live in São José do Rio Preto, São Paulo. I am married. I have 2 kids. I worked as a chemistry teacher. I've been retired since February 2020. I've been studying English on TNT since February 2022. And for me, it's an excellent place to improve our English, to increase our confidence. And I am very happy to be here now and in this time. That's it.
Really nice, Ana. Thanks for sharing. Last but not least, Mr. Gustavo. Can you present yourself, man?
Yeah, of course. Good morning, guys. I'm Gustavo. I'm 26 years old. I live in Bragança, countryside of São Paulo State. I work with IT. As you guys, I'm here to improve my English as well. I have a dog. I like to watch movies, series, play video games, and I think that's it.
Really nice, man. Thanks for sharing. So guys, let's start with the questions. I'm gonna ask you about how many languages do you speak and how many do you want to learn? Ana, can you tell us how many languages do you speak?
Okay. I speak 2 languages, and Portuguese and English. And I am very happy because if I think 2 years ago, I didn't speak any word in English, and nowadays I can talk to other people, and I am happy because that. And last week, I started to study Spanish, but I decided to change because in May, I am going to travel to Italy, and I think it's better for me to study Italy, because if I am going to travel there, it's better for me to study a little bit. So, good morning, how are you? And the basic things, I think. But now I know that when you start to study one language, you want to study other language. I think it's because a lot of people or some people speak different languages because it's very good to learn language. Yeah, that's it about me.
Really nice. You said something really interesting about when you start to learn something new, in this case, language, you want to learn more languages. We become addicted to learn language. It's really nice. In my case, I started to learn English when I was 12 years old, and all the in this process, I had ups and downs, and I need to stop for some time. And since 2017, I start to study again, and it's really good to see the progress, how you were before and how you are right now. It's really nice to see. And even though I have some mistakes along the way, when I say something, when I want to express some idea, I feel more comfortable to speak right now, if I compare myself, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago or 2 years ago, it's really nice. And yeah, I start to study French, you know, and I was planning to study next year, and I did, but not for so long. You know, I need to stop because I need to focus on English. But now this year I want to improve my French as well. You know, and I put some goals along the way. Let's see if I can achieve it. But yeah, it's nice to learn something new. And what about you, Gustavo? What do you think, man?
In my case, I study English, Portuguese, and Spanish. I try 1 year studying, so maybe it's a Portuguese yet. I don't know if you're gonna pass that, but I try. I like to the culture, and like you guys said, we became addicted about language. It's I don't know. I think it's the culture. You start to see how they do something, how they treat something, how is life there, so the food, it's good stuff. So you kind of like that and want to learn more. And I think we always gonna be in the process of studying English, Spanish, and other language. We always gonna be that. But after some moment you can, oh, I'm gonna try other language because I want to learn about this culture right now to see that if I like it, fitted me or not. But this three language: Spanish 1 year, English almost 6 years, uh, and that's it.
Really nice, man. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Fernanda?
Well, I speak Portuguese, of course, English, Spanish, and French. So I try to always, as you said, uh, when you start learning a language, then you want to start other, and it keep going. So it's interesting, this process.
Really nice, really nice. Yeah, I let's see if I can get a good level in French. It's a hard test, but I will try it. And guys, I want to know from you about tell us about the language that you learned and what are the methods that you used or using to improve your skills in a new language. Gustavo, can you tell us what you do to
Yeah.
improve your languages?
Yeah, of course. And like you said about French, I think if you like that learns French, you're on the right path. So yeah, that's working for you. That's the important stuff. That's gonna work. In my case, I think everybody like to do something, and there's a way of learning that everybody. For me, I like to listen a lot, podcasts and videos and anything. But for me, what work a lot as well is flashcards. I use Anki app. I put some phrase there, so there's the routine for learning. 5 days you see again this card, and after that more days. So there's a technological intelligence way in that, about that you help you with memorization. And I'm not so good in grammar, so I'm not the guy that go in the book and get all this stuff. I kind of bored for me, but I know that I need it. So for me, I'm gonna say that the listen videos and flashcards, that's what work for me.
Really nice, man. Really nice methods and tips. Thanks for sharing, bro. And what about you, Anna? What do you usually do?
In my case, I studied English when I was 15 years old. I studied at a traditional English course, and I studied a lot the grammar. And for me, it was very important in that time. And when I returned to start studying English 2 years ago, I tried to remember the grammar because I am a traditional person, and for me, it's very important to speak correctly in the past, but nowadays I relax because I think it's necessary to make mistakes. And after I accept this situation, I could improve a lot because before I started to study here on TNT, I was blocked about to speak because I studied in another English course, and in September 2020, I started to study there. And in this course, they said in 1 year you are speaking English, and it's not happen in 1 year with me because I didn't know, I didn't remember the words how I can speak in English. And after 1 year, I was frustrated about that. And when I started to study here, for me, it was very important because I realized that it's necessary to make a mistake. And it was very good for me. And I study English since September 2020, every single day. I am I retired, and for me it's possible to study English every day. And when I was teenager, I didn't use it to listen to English music, and I started to listen to English music. I think it's very important to improve my listening, and I like to do homework, exercise, and it was good for me for my process. I study, I play on Duolingo every day. I think for my increase my words, it was good because it's repeat, and it's possible to learn different words. And yeah, I think that's it. I have many notebooks, and I write a lot about grammar. And at the moment, I continue to attend the English class and the beginning and intermediate. I think it's possible to learn different things, new things, all classes, and for me it's important. And I think that's it. And we must have a routine in every single day, at least 30 minutes or 1 hour, but every day we have to learn something new. And I think that's it about me.
Really nice, Anna. Thanks for sharing. And you, Fernanda?
For me, I think similar as all of you. I try to watch series and also do some exercise. For me, it works well. And also see some videos related to grammar. I study in a website called Cultivate. I don't know if anyone knows. And it's interesting because you have like a guide, for the classes. So it's good if you don't know what you should study. So for me, it works. And also use Duolingo to practice every day. I think it's fast. You practice like 5 or 10 minutes, but it's something that you can do every day.
Really nice, Fernanda. You guys, you said something really good, related with your methods, and I used to do the same. I use Duolingo as well. I use it with English, and I'm using with French as well. I I'm addicted to follow people that are polyglot, on YouTube. So I follow a lot of polyglots to try to to get some tips, and to apply on my daily basis. One of the tips get that I caught was about recording a video to yourself, for yourself. For example, you start to to speak about something that happened to you, in your day, and you start to put your emotion there and start to talk to yourself. In the beginning, it seems a little bit, uh, you feel like a fool, because you are recording a video for yourself. It's a little bit strange, but then when you get used to do it goes easily, and you will realize that your speaking will improve a lot. It's crazy, but it's really good. Another thing that I like to do is to listen and write down in the same time. For example, there is a site, a channel on YouTube that I use a lot, and it's called Easy English, right? So there you have little stories, that you can listen, and there are a lot of different things related with English. For example, idioms, slangs, uh, uh, daily routines. So you can take one of these stories and start to listen, and the same way you start to write it. It's really good, and it helps you to see words that you don't usually see in your every single day. And it will improve your vocabulary. I think that is a different way to memorize the words as well. And it helped me a lot. And yeah, what else? I think that's it. I like to listen podcasts as well. I think that it helped me a lot. Mm, yeah, and of course using TalkNTalk. I think not just because I'm here right now. It's not because of that, but TalkNTalk, since I start to use it is something totally different about other things that I already seen. So we have freedom here. We can speak without have that feeling, that, oh, if I make some mistake, someone is gonna judge me. Here we don't have it. You can speak freely, and of course we need to make mistakes. Because if we don't make mistake, we never gonna progress. So it's really nice to have a place that we can express ourselves. Maybe we don't know how to express in a perfect way, of course, because we are learning, but we can practice our uh, abilities here. And I think that it's gonna changing every single day until you reach a level that you are comfortable to speak. It's really nice. And that's it, guys. Let me see here. Number 4. Why learn a new language is so important? Fernanda, can you answer this one for us, please?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. I for me, I think it's because when you know other language, you can travel to a country that doesn't speak Portuguese and communicate better. And also you can have new experiences, like you can have a better job, also meet new people. Like if I didn't know English, probably I couldn't be here with you. No, I would have a lot of difficulties. So I think that learning a new languages is important, not because just, oh, you can say that you speak this language, but you can also live different experiences. I think it's the best thing of learning other language.
Really nice, Fernanda. Really nice words. Thanks for sharing. For me, guys, I think that language sometimes can be a barrier, that separate you from other people, right? I remember like a day that I was on. There is a marathon here in Santos called 10 kilometers of Tribuna, So I always participate of this marathon, because I love it. And there was a guy there once that he was from India, and nobody was talking to him because nobody knows how to speak English, in that moment, in that situation. So I approached him, and I started to speak with him, and I realized that sometimes it can be a barrier if you don't speak another language, and you can lose opportunities because of that. So that's the importance for me to learn another language. To you need to speak and know about other people and other culture. It's really good for us, I think. And you, Gustavo, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For me to add something, I think what happened to me, what I like it really well with the learning new culture, because you can put the other fit, you see the other, like you put the other glasses, see, oh, they see the word like that way when you speak to a person in the other country. So, and sometimes you just speak in one language, in our case, Portuguese. It's gonna be harder for you to see in that way because you couldn't communicate it, so it was a barrier, and maybe you didn't know why they do that way. But it's always that motivation they do that. Uh, so travel, yeah, it's really nice. Uh, but yeah, like you guys said, you can lose uh some opportunities like job, but I think that the the more important thing is communicate. I think that you can show your ideas for other, you can get the ideas from others to you. So that this exchange is really important for everybody to grow up. I say it. I think that's it.
Really nice, Gustavo. Thanks for sharing, man. And what about you, Anna? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I agree with you. In my career, I didn't need to learn English or another language, but I think nowadays, mainly, it's very important to know to speak in English or French or Spanish, and because it's possible to improve your career and your job. For example, my daughter traveled last month, and she speaks English a little bit, but it's not fluent. And she said, "Mom, I need to learn to speak English because it's possible to enjoy, to make friends, and to know about the culture more and more and more. Because if you are in this place and you don't speak English, it's harder. And when, for example, in my case, some friends asked me, why are you studying English? So I am retired and I wanted to travel abroad to visit another place, and I wanted to stay there and to make friends, to talk, and I think it's important for me. And when I am listening to English music, and I can get it to the letter, and I think it's important. Nowadays, after I started the study on TNT, I saw how many people are here because it's necessary to speak, to know English in your job, in their job. And I think nowadays, mainly, it's necessary to speak English, at least English. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's like you know, it's the same when you get a degree on a university. You know, when you have a language on your CV. You know, it's really important to our lives in general, mainly in a business world. You know, let's say like this. It's really necessary to have it. And guys, I want to know from you about one thing that I think that I love to listen to hear from people about some situation that happened to them. Can you tell us a situation that you noticed that was important to learn a new language? Uh, Gustavo, can you tell us some situation that you lived?
Yes, I was telling you before about that question before I started.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell the same because it's recent. I live in the countryside, so there's not a lot of movimentation like in the big cities. Like a lot of foreigners came into the city. But 2 months ago, there was a new company that came to work with us. That the financial girl who speak. It was from Guatemala, so speak Spanish and English. In the building, the whole building, there was like 3 or 4 people that could speak with her in English. Uh, so in that situation, one director, me, and some other persons, but a few people. So uh, if you're gonna make a work with her, so you're gonna work daily, daily by day. The person that will not talk to her needs to speak English, or the director gonna need to make this meio de campo, this talking to communication the worker con the girl. So she was there for 1 week, visit the company, understand. In the whole day, she stayed with the director because it was on the person that could speak with her, and there's few people that could speak. So I said, "Oh, it's not a big company, but for my city, yes, it's a big. Uh, but that's if gonna happen a lot. Gonna need a lot of people speak English and other language as well, because you can make business. Because then you're gonna talk. You can be an expert in your area. You can be the best person that ever have in your area, but you can speak other language. I can work with you because you can understand what I say. So in that case, anyone try Spanish, and it was English, but just few people. So I know that's really important for a CV, for the business, big company that do uh, workers with other companies from other countries, and in Brazil as well. Like it's kind of crazy that a lot of people don't speak Spanish because we are around of Spanish countries, and there's a lot of business that you can do with this company. But yeah, we are think we are getting better in that. I hope so.
yeah, totally, man. Thanks for sharing, bro. And what about you, Anna?
In my case, yeah, I didn't leave an important situation. Yeah, I really needed to speak English, but I think when I worked as a teacher and I received some students, they lived in another country, and so I didn't speak with them. And when I think about that, I believe it was very important. I talked to them in determinate time. But last year I do yoga, and one day there was a guy, and he speaks English, and for me it was very good to talk a little bit with him, and I really liked to live this situation, and I would like to talk to native and to sit in front of a determinate person and talk. Last year, I said for my husband, bem, I would like to make an interview in English because I see because for me studying English is enjoy, is a moment and I can relax and I would like to live this situation and I think it's a challenge for determinate person and when you want to really find out a job and last year I was talking to Tamara and Tamara sometimes makes a English interview and we were talking about that and oh my God, I would like to do that and I think it's really good to study English. Yeah.
Really nice. I have this desire as well, you know, someday maybe, I don't know. I'm yeah, it's hard to say something because I'm working, you know. But I have this desire to make some to have some experience like this, you know, to use my English and to 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 see if I'm able to handle some situation like this. Recently, I'm part of the collection team, so I need to call to the customers and they they pay, you know, or try at least. So there was a customer from Uruguay, you know, that I call to her, to this woman, and I thought that she wouldn't pick up the phone, you know, because all the time that I called her, she didn't pick up, you know. So this time she picked up, and oh my God, I need to use my English. So I start to speak with her, you know, in English and about the dependence, you know. But it was really good. It was easy, you know. I thought that it would be difficult, but it was not. And it made me proud of myself because you know we are studying, we are you know doing this all to have this opportunity, you know, and we need to be prepared for it. And when the time comes, you just need to go for it, and that's it, you know. And I was prepared at least for that moment, you know, and it was so good for me, you know. It made me proud of myself, and I could notice that all the effort that I'm doing is working. So it's nice when it happens, you know. And what about you, Fernanda? Tell us everything.
Well, I remember the situation that I had at work also in the last company I worked. I used to take care of Latin America payments, but the Spanish was not obligatory. So the team I was working with didn't know I knew how to speak Spanish, and then there was a time a meeting related to Argentina payments, and then I had to make a commentary about something. I don't remember what it was, but the people there said, "Oh, you can say in Portuguese what you have to say," but I tried it in Spanish, and then after that my boss said it was a good Spanish and asked me when I learned, how long I studied, and those stuff. So it made me really happy of the process of studying, and it was like that.
Really nice, Fernanda. I'm happy for you as well right now. Really
Thank
nice.
you.
I love when I receive this feedback from people, you know, that are studying, are you know, make some effort to learn something new, because it's really it's a it's amazing, man. It's amazing to see
Yeah.
people growing, it's really nice. Thanks for sharing, Fernanda.
Oh, Bruno, can
Yeah,
I call the guys? I forgot. The time flies. I
yeah,
I
yeah. You
didn't
can
know.
call the guy. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
come, yeah. So, but meanwhile, we're gonna read one more question because I think that we have some time yet. Um, let me see here. Number six. Number six is a good one, I think. Have you ever participated in a job interview using other language? How was that? And if you not, do you think that you prepare for it? I'm gonna start with Anna because I think I know that Anna didn't have this experience yet, but someday maybe you can have.
Yeah, I've never had an interview in English, but I would like to do that. I think I am trying. The first time it was strange for me, and it was a little bit difficult. But I think today I I would do a good job. Yes.
Really nice. I think so. I think that you're gonna rock if you need to participate of some job interview, for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, Anna. And you, Fernanda.
I had this experience, and it was okay. Like, it was not difficult questions, and as I knew it was going to happen, I tried to study some questions, how to answer, and those stuff.
Yeah, know about the company, that is important. Yeah, always research before, to go. Yeah, really nice, Fernanda. Thanks for sharing. And you, Gustavo, did you had this experience? Have this experience before?
No, not yet.
Not
I hope
yet.
so. But yeah, like you guys said, I need to study the company, and it's a little bit different, the business English to the English that we're talking right now. So yeah, sometimes you need to study a little bit more for use the right words, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thanks for sharing, man. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the main room. I want to know from you guys, how was the conversation? Fernando, can you tell us how was the conversation?
It was great. It's a great topic. I love this topic, so it's impossible that it's not a good conversation from that. And also, the conversation just flows, and it was great.
Yeah, I love to bring this topic because it's something that I love as well, and people has different opinions, different methods, to use to learn a new language. And taking this point, I want to know what you do to learn to study a language. What do you usually do to do it?
Everything that I can do. Like I watch video nowadays. I watch video in English with or without subtitles in English. I listen to American or British music. I talk with myself, like Bruno said in the room too. I also do that. Talk with myself in English. I try to be immersed in the language all the time nowadays. So there are so many different ways that we
Yeah.
can do that.
Really nice, Fernando. Thanks for sharing, man. And let me see here. Bruna, how was the conversation for you?
My gosh, I think like Fernando said, it's a good subject when you try this, when you back this, because it's very important to share many different method everybody use. And for example, I know about Gabriel said about the Elsa. Fernando said about the post-it he put in the many place in your room. Carmen said about the usually she didn't like a routine method. So I think it's very interesting you back this subject. I like too much. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure, my pleasure. I will bring this topic back later, and I want to see how was your progress, in the languages that you are learning, and let's see. I will bring it back. Thanks for sharing, Bruna. And Tamara, how was the conversation for you?
Very nice because I learning the new things. For example, like oh my God, like Vincenzo said, we share with you the Língua Leo. It's a website for training your listening, have some games about English and any other languages. And for example, we can share in the room some experience about how you learn a new language. For example, I try listening some music in English and I try translating in my mind the lyrics. And I think that's it.
Really nice, Tamara. And let me ask you something. Do you think that in order to learn a new language, we need to make a trip to other country, or we can learn a new language inside of our country? Do you believe that?
I believe that because, for example, in the last month, I have some experience about this. I went to Buenos Aires, and for example, I tried learning Spanish too. And there in Buenos Aires, all the people speak very fast.
Yeah.
So I try learning all the time some things in Spanish. And it's very important you had some trips abroad this country, but I guess it's possible to learn it here too.
Really nice, Tamara. Nice words. Thanks for sharing. Guys, I send you some links to you access, The first one is about our YouTube channel. So if you want to see the meeting again, you can go there and look for the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, right? The second one is about our site. So if you want to apply for a new language or you want to learn something new, you can go there and see what we have there, And the last one is about our survey. So please let us know about what you think. What do you think about the meeting? How was the conversation? If we need to improve something, it's always good receive these feedbacks from you. It's really important for us. And guys, that's it. It was a pleasure to be here with you. I hope
Thank
that you
you.
can come next Saturday and see you then. Have a nice weekend, guys.
Thank you. See you
Thank
soon.
you,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
You too.
Have a nice
Bye
day.
bye.
Bye.